You know, there's something I hear from so many of my friends over 60. They say, I just don't feel like myself anymore. Maybe it's a little less energy, a nagging ache, or just that things don't work quite the way they used to. And I get it, our bodies change as we age, but that doesn't mean we have to sit back and let time take the wheel. In fact, one of the best ways to stay on top of your health is by doing a few simple checks every single month. Think of it like giving your car a quick once-over to make sure everything's running smoothly. That's why today, we're talking about 6 health checks every senior should do monthly. These aren't complicated doctor's visits or expensive tests, just simple, at-home ways to keep track of your well-being so you can catch small issues before they become big problems. And trust me, once you make these a habit, you'll feel so much more in control of your health. Now, let's start with the first one, something you can do first thing in the morning without even getting out of bed. 1. Check your resting heart rate. Your heart is your body's engine, and keeping an eye on its rhythm is one of the easiest ways to monitor your health. Here's how to do it. When you wake up, before you even sit up, take 2 fingers and place them gently on the side of your wrist or your neck. Count the beats for 30 seconds, then double that number. That's your resting heart rate. For most seniors, a healthy resting heart rate is between 60 and 100 beats per minute. But here's the key, you're looking for changes. If your usual rate is 70 and suddenly it's 90 for a few days in a row, that's your body waving a little flag saying, hey, let's pay attention. Maybe you're dehydrated, stressed, or fighting off a cold. It's a simple check, but it can tell you so much. 2. Monitor your blood pressure at home. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I get my blood pressure checked at the doctor's office. And that's great. But here's the thing, blood pressure can change throughout the day based on what you're doing, what you've eaten, even how you're feeling. That's why having a home blood pressure monitor is a game changer. Take your reading at the same time each day, maybe after your morning coffee but before the hustle of the day begins. Sit quietly for 5 minutes first, arm resting at heart level. A normal range for seniors is usually around 120/80, but your doctor might give you a slightly different target. Write the numbers down in a little notebook or your phone. If you notice it creeping up over a few days, that's your cue to take it easy, drink more water, or give your doctor a quick call. And here's a little tip, if you've ever felt dizzy when standing up too fast, try checking your blood pressure lying down, then again right after you stand. If there's a big drop, that's something to mention to your doctor. It's all about knowing your body's patterns. 3. Keep an eye on your weight. I know, nobody likes stepping on the scale. But here's why this matters, sudden weight changes can be a red flag. If you lose or gain more than 5 pounds in a month without trying, it's worth asking why. Maybe it's water retention from too much salt, or maybe your appetite's been off lately. Either way, catching it early helps. Weigh yourself once a week, same time of day, maybe every Friday morning after you wake up. And don't stress over small ups and downs, it's the trend that matters. Now, these first 3 checks, your heart rate, blood pressure, and weight, they're like the foundation of your monthly health routine. And the best part? They take less than 5 minutes total. But they give you so much peace of mind. Next up, we'll talk about 3 more checks that are just as important, including one that can save your vision and another that's all about staying steady on your feet. But for now, why not grab a little notebook and start tracking these first 3? Your future self will thank you. Now that you've got those first 3 health checks down, your resting heart rate, blood pressure, and weight, let's move on to the next few that are just as important. These are the kinds of things that might not always be on your radar, but trust me, once you start paying attention to them, you'll wonder how you ever didn't. 4. Check your balance and mobility. Here's something we don't talk about enough, staying steady on your feet. As we get older, balance can slip away little by little without us even noticing, until one day, we feel a bit wobbly getting out of the shower or stepping off a curb. But here's the good news, you can catch it early with a simple monthly check. Try this, stand near a counter or something sturdy you can hold onto if needed. Lift one foot slightly off the ground and see how long you can hold it. If you can do 10 seconds or more, that's fantastic. If not, no worries, just means it's time to work on it. You might also notice if you've been holding onto walls or furniture more than usual when walking around the house. These little signs are your body's way of saying, let's keep those legs strong. And you know what? Simple exercises like heel-to-toe walking or standing on one foot while brushing your teeth can make a world of difference. The key is consistency, just a minute or two a day. 5. Track your hydration. This one's sneaky because dehydration doesn't always shout, it whispers. Maybe you've felt a little more tired than usual, or you've had a headache that won't quit. Before you blame it on just getting older, ask yourself, how much water have I had today? Here's an easy way to check. Take a look at your urine. I know, not the most glamorous topic, but stick with me. If it's pale yellow, you're doing great. If it's dark or you're only going to the bathroom once or twice a day, that's your cue to drink more. And remember, as we age, our sense of thirst isn't as sharp as it used to be, so waiting until you're thirsty means you're already behind. Try keeping a glass of water by your favorite chair or setting a little reminder on your phone to take a sip every hour. Herbal teas and foods like cucumbers or watermelon count too. And if you're on medications that make you pee more often, like water pills, you might need even more fluids. Just ask your doctor what's right for you. 6. Do a skin check. Our skin has been with us through thick and thin, literally. And after decades of sun, laughter, and life, it deserves a little extra attention. Once a month, take a few minutes to look over your skin from head to toe. You'll want to check for any new moles, spots that have changed color or size, or sores that just won't heal. Grab a hand mirror for those hard-to-see places, or ask a partner or friend to help with your back. Pay special attention to areas that get a lot of sun, like your face, ears, and hands. Now, most spots are harmless. After all, we've all earned a few wisdom dots over the years, but if something looks different, it's worth showing your doctor. Skin cancer is one of those things that's very treatable when caught early. And here's a bonus tip: when you clip your toenails at the end of the month, take a peek at your feet too. Look for any redness, swelling, or cuts, especially if you have diabetes. Our feet carry us through life. Let's give them some love. Now, these 3 checks, your balance, hydration, and skin, might feel a little different from the first ones we talked about, but they're just as vital. Think of them like the dashboard lights in your car. They help you spot small things before they turn into bigger repairs. And in the next part, we'll tie it all together with a few final thoughts on how to make these checks second nature, because the best health habits are the ones that fit seamlessly into your life. You know, when we started talking about these 6 simple health checks, I'll bet some of them surprised you. Maybe you thought, I've made it this far without checking my balance or skin every month. And that's true, but here's the thing: staying healthy after 60 isn't about fixing problems after they happen. It's about giving yourself the little nudges your body needs to keep you feeling strong, steady, and full of life. Now, let's wrap this up with one last thought, because all these checks are wonderful, but they're even better when they become as natural as brewing your morning coffee. Making it all stick. The secret? Pair them with things you already do. Check your resting heart rate while you're still lying in bed, waiting for the alarm to go off. Keep your blood pressure monitor right next to your favorite chair so you remember to use it while the morning news is on. Weigh yourself on the same day every week, maybe right after your grocery run, when you're already thinking about meals for the week. And that skin check? Do it right after your monthly haircut or shower, when you're already in front of a mirror. Before you know it, these little habits will feel like second nature, not chores, but just part of taking good care of you. Here's what I want you to remember: you don't have to do this perfectly. Some months you'll forget a check or two, and that's okay. What matters is that you're paying attention. You're giving yourself the gift of noticing small changes early, when they're easiest to handle. So try this. Pick one check to start with this week. Just one. Maybe it's tracking your water intake or testing your balance while you wait for the kettle to boil. Then, next week, add another. Small steps add up to big results. And I'd love to hear from you. Which of these checks do you already do? Or which one are you excited to start? Drop a comment below and let's cheer each other on. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up. It means more folks will see these simple, life-friendly tips. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. We've got plenty more chats like this coming, all about thriving in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Because here's the truth, getting older isn't about slowing down. It's about knowing yourself and your body well enough to keep moving forward with joy. Here's to your health, your happiness, and all the little ways you're taking charge. See you next time.